we get to look at something a bit special today. This is the new The Liberation 2-player starter box set for Flames of War. This box set, which is in Mandarin, is a partnership project between Battlefront and Singapore-based retailer and distributor Blitz Peaces. Blitz Peaces are looking to expand the wargaming and Flames of War market in China, and to kick this into high gear they've worked with Battlefront to create a special Chinese-focused starter set for Flames of War. This is the Liberation box set. It's a Chinese-language 2-player starter set designed to get new Flames of War players started from scratch. It contains Soviet and German forces and is set on the Eastern Front in 1944. Designed to be similar to the D-Day starter set, Benjamin Lin from Blitz Minis said the Eastern Front was more relevant and resonates more with the Asian market. But I've seen some of the buzz online when this set was announced, and I think there's some appeal for players in other areas as well. Before I open the box, there's a QR code on the back for a digital download version of the Flames of War version 4 rulebook translated into Mandarin. Blitz Peaces managed the translation. Translating game rules is more complex than just substituting the Chinese word for the English one. Apparently there was quite a lot of work getting clear explanations and precise definitions of terms. Hopefully having fluent Chinese speakers involved in drafting the rulebook translation will be reflected in the end result. Let's crack the box set open and see what you get inside. Okay, there's a lot in here. Benjamin said the box was designed as a taster, with an interesting mix of tanks, guns and infantry units. You can see the Soviet tanks in green and the German units in yellow plastic. There's plenty of bases for the infantry and gun teams. Both the German and Soviet infantry are in this bag. There's 2 sprues of each in hard plastic. All the unit cards for the Germans and Soviets are here. Although this is a Chinese set, all the cards are in English. A special feature of the box set is a metal figure and hero card for Panzer Ace Otto Carius. Carius fought in the northern sector of the Eastern Front with the 502nd Heavy Panzer Battalion. His hero card is in Chinese. I'm going to put the infantry sprues aside for the moment. We'll look at those later. Starting with the Soviets, you get 3 IS-2 heavy tanks. This is an older plastic kit dating from 2015. The kit has hull options for the early and later pattern cast hull. You also get 2 gun and mantlet options. The 122mm gun with a muzzle brake to build the IS-2, or the 85mm gun to build the earlier IS-85 tank. The next Soviet vehicle in the box is the ISU-52 assault gun. You get 2 of these. This is also an older plastic kit. The assault gun mounts a huge 152mm gun in a big slab-sided armoured casemate mounted on the IS tank chassis. This fearsome weapon gives a fantastic amount of firepower. There are also optional parts in this kit, in this case a long 122mm gun to make an IS-122 assault gun if you want to. Both the IS-2 tanks and the ISU assault guns use the same sprue for the lower hull and tracks. You get 5 of these in the box. These sprues also include external fuel tanks, stowage boxes, spare track links and a pair of 12.7mm machine guns. The tracks are single piece parts which are nice and easy to assemble. There's some really nice spoke detail on the road wheels and some characteristic track sag over the return rollers. The last Soviet vehicle is the new SU-76M in plastic. I reviewed these in detail recently, so check out my review if you want to see this kit in detail. The SU-76 is a 76.2mm gun mounted on a light tank chassis, and is used in the anti-tank role as well as an assault gun supporting infantry or as self-propelled artillery. They're a very versatile kit to include in this box. Both forces get a tank commander sprue, one for the Russians and one for the Germans. These are all moulded in hard plastic and have commander figures in various poses. The starter set just wouldn't be complete without some dice. You get 2 sets, red for the Soviets and grey for the Germans. This bag contains all the artillery crews. Both nationalities are in here, Russian and German. The figures are mixed media. The German gun crews for the Pak-43 anti-tank gun are in Battlefront's flexible plastic. These figures are kneeling. The lighter coloured figures are the gun crews for the SU-76s. These are moulded in the slightly harder new thermoplastic material. So while we're looking at figures, let's check out the infantry. These two sprues are German Grenadiers. They're hard plastic figures. There are also two sprues of hard plastic Russian infantry as well. These figures include a Commissar and two Maxim HMG gun teams. Let's move on to the German vehicles. First up is the Puma armoured car. Again, this is an older plastic kit. There are two of these moulded in yellow plastic. This is a great little kit. While the box set lists these as the Puma, the sprue actually has lots of optional parts to build this as several different variants. The Puma has a 5cm gun mounted in an armoured turret. Optional armament includes a 2cm recon version, a 7.5cm howitzer fire support variant, and a 7.5cm anti-tank gun. The choice is yours. But here's what the German player's been waiting for. You get two of the iconic Tiger 1E kits also moulded in yellow plastic. I've built a couple of these. They're a nice kit that goes together well. The version here is the one with Zimmerit, a patterned coating meant to stop magnetic mines sticking to the tank. You can see the patterned detail on the hull parts and turret sides. Another nice feature of this kit is the side skirts. You get a nice clean set, but you also have the option of a damaged set that has dents and dings. Tracks are one-piece parts that make assembly simple, and there's nice road wheel and track detail. The main gun is the 8.8cm KWK-36 gun. It's moulded with a double baffle muzzle brake. These heavy tanks are going to be the cornerstone of the German player's force. However, the Germans also get two of these Pak-43 8.8cm anti-tank guns. Each gun comes on a single sprue. The kit has only a few parts, so it should be quick to build. The Pak-43 is mounted on a cruciform base, so the gun can rotate 360 degrees to engage targets. But the box isn't empty yet. There's a quick start fold-out guide to get new players started with a summary of the main rules. This is a fold-out sheet and will be a good physical reference for players to check during play. It's in full colour and includes pictures and diagrams explaining the different rules. Lastly, here is a black and white assembly guide. This has instructions for building the various vehicles in the set, Germans on one side and Russians on the other. It also covers what infantry figures should go on what bases. Very useful for new players just getting started. Getting the infantry based correctly can be a challenge. Okay, so we've seen everything that comes in the box set. It's packed, and it's all good value and interesting units. I will note that the IS-2s and Tigers are very popular and powerful units. The Shermans and Panzer IVs in the Hit the Beach starter set are appropriate for the theatre and the time they're set, but they're sensible workman-like options. The Tigers and heavy Russian tanks and assault guns in the Liberation starter box are just a bit more appealing. How will they work on the table? I entered the units from the box set into the online Flames of War Forces builder to see how the points work out. Let's start with the Germans. I'm using the D-Day German lists on the builder. I took these as a Panzergrenadier company because I needed to get the two platoons in. The Panzergrenadier platoons are 7 points each, giving us 14 points of infantry. This isn't a legal list, it doesn't have a HQ or anything, but this represents the points for the infantry you can field from the box. Scrolling down the force list, we come to the Puma Scout Troop. Two Pumas with 5cm guns are 4 points. There's also an option for the 2cm version if you'd prefer. The 8.8cm Tank Hunter platoon has two Pak-43 8.8cm guns for 9 points. Finally, there's our Tiger Tank platoon. Two Tiger tanks are 24 points. As I said, this will be the cornerstone of the German force. Tigers are a heavy-hitting, well-armoured unit that should be able to give the Russians a serious challenge to deal with. All up, this comes to 51 points. However, don't forget the Otto Carius hero figure and card. The card is an 8-point add-on, bringing the German force total to 59 points. How about the Russian forces? Let's see what you get there. I'm using the Soviet Bagration lists on the Forces Builder. I've started off with an IS-2 Guards Heavy Tank Company. Again, I don't have enough for a legal list here, but a 3-tank IS-2 122mm company is 22 points. Alternatively, you could build your tanks as the IS-85, but I'm sticking with the 122mm gun option here. For our next option, we need to scroll down to the formation support section. I have an SU-76 light SP battery. 3 assault guns are 8 points. Don't forget that these can be used as artillery, as well as direct fire for the anti-tank and infantry support role. Then we get to the ISU-52 heavy SP battery. 2 ISU-52 guns are 15 points. These heavy assault guns are also versatile, and they add the brutal special rule for digging out infantry units on an objective. Finally, we have the infantry, a single rifle company. This is 12 points for the infantry, but it's an extra 2 points for the 2 Maxim HMG teams. If we look at the completed force here, it comes out to 59 points, the same as the German list. Both lists are a good mixture of guns, tanks and infantry for both sides to get you started. You can see what forces suit your playstyle. Then you have options to expand your forces as you like. You might add more infantry to build a Panzergrenadier company with the existing tanks from the box set as support. Or you might decide to buy more Tigers and go for a heavy tank company, using the infantry you already have as support. This is a great box set. It has a lot of fun units in the starter set and I expect it will be very popular. And having a regionalised set like this to appeal to the Chinese as well as the broader Asian market is a good move. I think Blitz Minis deserve a lot of credit for taking the initiative to drive this project forward. For what you get in the box, the price is fine. It retails for about $60. That's £45 or 50 euros. The only downside is the shipping cost from Singapore. Blitz Peaces use DHL couriers. This is fast shipping but adds significantly to the cost. That will be something that gives some buyers pause. But Blitz Peaces do ship internationally, so if you want to buy this great set from anywhere in the world, go ahead. Thanks to Blitz Peaces who sent me this product for review. They're a great retailer and have been a good friend to this channel in the past. The product link to buy the Liberation starter set is here, and I'll also put it in the description below.